And this protection includes renovating the tower to be a five-star hotel. Manny barked, pointing out the window at scaffolding encasing the schoolmaster's spire. The steam's construction on the tower has been going on for months and nearly suffocated us all with dust. We're fat enough. Sophie glared. You expected me to live in that old stone cell like Waffle once did, with no silk carpeting or a proper bathtub or 360-degree lighting? The teachers were speechless. Wolf House echoed in the hallway. I believe that's your clue to get back to teaching and mine to get ready for Dean's dance, said Sophie, rising from her throne. Evil Horse doors flung open once more and Clarissa Duffy marched in, silver hair flaring from her high bun, beetle wings flapping on her green teacher's gown. If it is, in fact, a Dean's dance, then one would assume I'm invited, since I am a Dean, she said, gliding down the red carpet, a gold fowl identical to Sophie's dangling around her neck. Only I received no such invitation. Tonight is a celebration of glamour, charisma, and hope. Despite the rather magnificent entrance, I'm afraid you feel quite out of place, said Sophie coolly. And yet you invited my students, said Duffy, who have RSVP'd in remarkable numbers, said Sophie. I can assure you that none of my first years would attend a dance in your castle, and if they did, the fusty old smell would surely drive them away. Dean Duffy's eyes flashed. Oh, how the schoolmaster will cook your goose. Too bad there is no schoolmaster, Sophie purred. Clarissa leaned in, eye to eye. That will soon change. Sophie turned that right. The Dean of Good swept out of the hall, Evil's teachers following her, until the door slammed behind them, shaking the chandelier. A clump of ice crystals fell and shattered against Sophie's glass room. She hardly noticed that as Borden picked the shells out of her hair, her big, spooted pupils fixed on the door. New school, master, she croaked. She saw Hot, bare-chested against her statue, grinning like a weasel. Frosida, he said. The Coven mission deferred. Let's say a new dean steps out of months, started Hester, and becomes a menace to her own school, added Anna. And throws parties in honor of herself and forces everyone to take baths and makes kids eat boiled asparagus and wheatgrass, said Hot. What would you do if you were schoolmaster? Hester finished. The three witches each held a notebook open, feathered pen as the study. Seated in his rickety hut at the top of a very tall pear tree, the Grand Vizier of Kingdom Cadus scratched his long, curly black beard, speckled with gold flakes like the strands of his flowing back hair. I'm assuring this new dean is young and blonde, said Dot. I see, mooded the physician in a deep baritone. I would encourage this dean to think closely about what is going on in her personal life that is affecting her professional one. Sometimes a dean thinks a life of service is enough to bring fulfillment, and when it isn't, they begin to push boundaries as a cry for help. A schoolmaster can look that dean in the eye and ask, "What is it you really need?" Sometimes it's as simple as a vacation to the salt baths in Shasaba, but sometimes it's more than that, much more, and it takes someone wise, deeply wise, to draw that out. Hester saw Annabel's eyes flick to her before finding the vicious once more. But why would the Dean of Evil listen to you if you were schoolmaster? The albino girl asked. You're from an Elf kingdom, and no offense, even if you plot to be impartial, most nevers think elves are half-brained, milk-livered artipreps. 3 black wets poked out of her pockets and hissed agreement. Well, having 2 schoolmasters, one good and one evil, didn't work out, did it? The vizier answered, glancing at the wooden clock on his mantle. I suggest this time you focus on quality over quantity. Also, as I hope you have learned in your history classes, Kingdom Kaijus was once a Never kingdom, which means, given my long lifespan, I've served both Ever and Never kings with equal success. Dot scribbled a few notes, her stomach bubbling loudly. Speaking of lifespans, from our research, it seems you have been able to stay alive this long by using a variety of life-expanding magic. Excuse my brusqueness, but we don't want a schoolmaster who will drop that his second week on the job. How much longer do you expect to live? And the crystal, none of you have touched them, the vizier said. Hester followed his eyes to the green-colored chips stacked on a plate. Like everything else in Kaijus, they smelled of pears, since pears were the lifeblood of the kingdom.